Warning. The opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube, associations, agencies, nor any particular individuals. They are merely from a team assembled trying to pass the boredom of everyday life. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised. But ignore it if you're into that thing.
SHOCKTOBERFEST. I'm Belzilla.
I'm Wildman West.
And I am your Big Bad Wolf Benny.
And today, to start off the whole month of SHOCKTOBERFEST, we are going to be doing a Troma film. Oh, you know Troma films from last year. This one is one of my personal favorites. Today we are going to do Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Oh.
This is actually a good one. We did a couple stinkers last year, but this is a good one.
Oh yeah. And as you probably remember from our teaser trailer, we still got the chicken with the flavor pods. Oh boy.
It was good, guys.
Oh yeah. I'm still kind of feeling a little, I'm okay.
I got an iron stomach. I'm good to go.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't need that stuff.
Yeah.
You chose wisely.
Yep, she did.
Since I was 7.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to get into this movie. So the story begins with a young boy named Arby and his girlfriend Wendy sitting out in a Indian cemetery. They're dry humping away, and they're pretty much, she's going to college, he's staying home because his parents are invalids. And after, a little time goes by with her being at college and him staying in Tromaville, the Indian cemetery gets bulldozed over and taken over by a food franchise known as American Chicken Bunker. And while he is going and checking it out, he finds out that Wendy is now a lesbian, part of the CLAM sorority, otherwise known as College Lesbians Against Mega Conglomerates. So he decides to get back at her by getting a job at American Chicken Bunker. Well, as he's there, he finds out that things aren't, technically going all that right. And there's a couple other characters that find out that things aren't going so well, and long story short, the Indian burial ground is possessing eggs and chickens, and all this food is getting processed to the consumers. They start eating it, they become zombie chickens, and all hell breaks loose.
That old chestnut.
So Arby and pretty much his former girlfriend turned lesbian, and everybody else that's, trying to survive has to figure out what to do to dispel all of the zombie chickens. If you haven't seen this movie, go see it. Obviously, it's been around for a while. It is awesome. It's a Troma film. I've met the man, myth, legend, Lloyd Kaufman. He is phenomenal. This movie, this is his baby. It really is.
Guys, what more do you want? It's a horror movie. It has musical numbers in it.
I know. The musical numbers are great.
Oh my gosh.
I hear what you're saying, you crazy old man. But riches and are part of my plan. A career in fast food, although at first seems untrendy, might win me the heart of my dear Wendy.
So, that's pretty much just in a nutshell. Normally on day one, we just kind of give the quick synopsis, and then we just go into what we liked, what we didn't like. So,
guys, if you've seen the show last year, that's what we try to do. We don't want to ruin the movie for you. Go watch it, and then get back to us about what you liked and what you didn't like about it. How we do.
Yeah. We drone on and on sometimes.
Rabble.
So, we're going to talk about what we like, so we're just going to pass it off to Valzilla right now. What did you like about it?
I like the musical numbers. My favorite character was definitely... How do you say her name again?
Hummus.
Hummus. She was definitely my girl crush. I really liked her eyes and her eyebrows. And then I really liked her character until, you got to the last scene, and then it was, just another girl. But she was really original and kick butt for the longest time, and I really liked that.
It's like the last 10 minutes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But for the longest time, it was like no one stood in her way, even though they really tried to put her in like the Muslim category. And I don't know, I just really liked her. I liked how they did the names, like the restaurants, and I liked how everyone was really discouraged all the time.
Gotcha. Benny, what did you like about it?
Well, I like how the movie made you kind of feel like real life, like you're stuck in an endless job where you're making just enough to squeak by. It's like, man, this movie really... I know what's going to happen in life now. I'm like, I'm going to eke by, maybe. Maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I won't. You guys can help with the get lucky part. Just keep subscribing. Shameless plug. I know. But anyway, it just makes you really look at your life and you're just like, man, like, I don't want to end up like these people. I mean, minus the zombie chicken people thing.
Yeah.
Because if that happens, well, damn. I'd still eat the chicken, so of course I'd be a zombie. But anyway, like, no, it just made you feel... Most movies, they kind of get rid of that reality factor, and this one, besides musical numbers and, like I said, the zombie chickens, you're like, we've all been in that job. It's just like, what am I doing with my life? It's a pointless job, but, like, it's a job. You know what I'm saying?
We've all been there.
Exactly. So it just kind of makes you feel part of the movie then, because you can kind of relate, I guess. That's the best way I could put it, is you can relate to the characters working at this fast food restaurant. That's what I liked about it.
Right on. For me, and Valzilla brought this up, some of the names. I mean, the irony of with fast food, you have Arby, you have Wendy, you have Mickey, you have Denny, you have the General, which is pretty much the knockoff of the Colonel. You have Paco Bell. You even have Carl Jr. I mean, it's just that all these names.
Sweet.
I mean, my favorite bit alone is when Denny is when all goes wrong. And he says, you know, you're messing up my grandmama's, money right here. I was going to have my own franchise. Denny's.
This is hard.
I know. It's just epic.
It's funny.
But I mean, and I love some of the moments, especially Carl Jr. And I couldn't pinpoint it for years. I've been watching this movie. And I realized the character of Carl Jr. is kind of a reference or an homage to a character from the original Toxic Avenger. The one during the fast food scene where Toxie fights off the bad guys, and the guy working at the fast food chain is drinking out of a flask because he can't handle what he's seeing. So, and I'm wondering maybe that Carl Jr. may be this guy's son. I don't know, but I looked back.
It's a Troma movie. I wouldn't doubt it's connected. It's all set in Tromaville.
I mean, and I just love the zany madcap humor throughout the whole movie. I mean, Troma does that, and I mean, it's just... and there are some things about it that I necessarily don't care for, but we'll get into that, in a moment.
Oh, that's our next section of the...
Yeah.
Now we're going to jump into what we don't like about the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I will start off. It being an Indian burial ground, it's... I don't want to say cliche, but it's also... Now I can't believe the movie got made, just how we are with political correctness. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the most politically correct person, because a lot of stupid stuff comes out of my mouth. I do a lot of this. All the time, buddy. You've caught me on a couple of stupid stuff I've said.
Amen.
But anyways, I feel like the Native Americans, which is what it should have been called, not Indian burial ground, but Native American burial. But whatever, we're not getting into it. I feel like they just have such a bum rap as it is, and then can't even get their name right, but...
And then you make them alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The stereotypes.
Oh, man. But anyways, that's the really only part I didn't like. Otherwise, the humor, the music, all that other stuff is good. Actually has a pretty decent storyline behind it. I mean, it's probably one of the better Troma movies. I'd say definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely, out of all the Troma movies, it's top 5 easy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I rank it top 5.
I mean, I'll have to go back into my collection of Troma films. And
It's something, like I said, it's just with the whole political correctness thing, and you know us, I don't really buy into that stuff, If something is something, it is. But with that, it's always bothered me with the Native Americans just because they've kind of got a bum rap. So, I kind of always felt bad for him, and I actually do have a little Native American in me, not a lot, but a little bit. So I feel for you guys. So there's my one moment of me being a good person.
All right. Elzilla.
I feel like, I don't know, I was proud. I'm going to dive into what I didn't like in just a second, but I was proud of myself. I feel like this movie couldn't be enjoyed by everyone. If you were kind of religious, like obviously you couldn't like it because of some of the jokes, but like it takes some open of the mind, and not that, I don't know, it just like, yeah, and I was proud of myself for being able to watch it and appreciate it, because I know like 10 years ago I wouldn't have been able to watch it because I would have been like, yeah. But like, I do think there was at least 2 jokes that went a little too far. Like the "there is no God" one, I was just like, but I know it's like a really raunchy movie, so it's like, yeah, whatever. But it does take some open-mindedness, and so I get it. But, because, like, you can't really take a zombie movie and expect it to be holy. Like, come on. And so, I didn't like those jokes, but I get why I can't expect it not to be there. But that's what I personally didn't like. But I do know that you can't expect, I don't know. I forget what my ramble is about. But yeah, that's what, so it does take some open-mindedness, just so you know.
Did she just go on her first Rabble?
Yeah, she went
I
on
guess
Rebel
so.
Rebel. That's awesome.
Oh, she's officially part of the channel
Yeah,
now.
oh, definitely. I mean, if you hadn't seen her on our episode of Ted at the end of season 3, I mean, go back and watch it, because she had some awesome moments, you know?
She didn't have a Rabble moment, though.
No,
she's part of the family now.
Yeah,
She's Rabble.
True, and
How many times have me and Wes both said Rabble?
Oh, amen to that.
Every video?
Yeah, every video. But,
Yeah.
Rabble.
Except at a point.
You did have a point. You definitely did.
Oh, no, but you just like, I don't know what my point was, and so like, we just call that the Rabble point.
Yeah.
Like, you started off good, and then you're like, you lost your train of thought. So, like, she had her first Rabble.
Yeah.
Oh
awesome.
my gosh.
That's awesome.
That was awesome. You should be proud, because you're going to have a lot more of those on this channel.
Yes, you will.
On this channel, you're going to have a lot more of those.
But, and I will add on to that about having an open mind. I'm so proud that she, was able to...
Also, I like that she was lesbian-ish, but she was also kind of like innocent, wholesome, and I really like that they connected those two. Because I feel like sometimes you get the dirty lesbian, and I like that she was like, oh, I'm a goody lesbian. And I liked that they could put those two together.
Yeah. I'm just proud of the fact that she was able to watch this movie and not, 5 minutes later say, honey, this isn't working, I'm leaving you. Let's just put it that way. I'm very proud that you didn't.
Did we just have our first Rabble that actually got resolved?
Yeah, we did.
I think you picked up on the point you were trying to get to, but you couldn't get to, and then you figured it out after we were talking about the Rabble?
I would never leave you.
Oh. We just had our first Rabble that got solved, everybody.
Oh,
and look at that.
Oh my gosh.
See what happens when you solve a Rabble? People get loving.
La la la. But anyways, now it's time for me to talk about what I don't like.
Oh, man.
There's not a whole lot that I don't like about it, except for one thing. Obviously, there's a scene where Boyd Kaufman appears and he's talking with Arby. And obviously, when you watch it, okay, spoiler alert, Lloyd Kaufman's character has a similar tattoo that Arby has on his body, which is obviously a predictable moment that it is him from the future. And the whole time, Arby is so oblivious to the fact that this could be him. It even talks about, my girlfriend Wendy, I've been stuck here for over 40 years. And then when Lloyd Kaufman's character gets killed off, he says, you idiot, I'm you idiot. I'm just like, I mean, obviously we were all in on the act, but it's just... I mean, Lloyd, I love you, bro. I love you, Daddy. It's just, man, that moment for me was just kind of like, you killed the horse was already dead. The horse is already dead. We get it, but
You keep beating it, sir.
I know.
Don't stop beating it.
I was gonna say you were beating the chicken, but that just sounded wrong.
Oh, you should have said it. This is our channel. It's funny.
You choked the dead chicken, man.
Phrasing?
You choked the dead chicken.
All right, then that's crossing the line, sir.
Yes.
All right, let us jump into then what we would grade this movie.
Okay.
Why don't we start with you, man? Since like you introduced me to this, you introduced Val to it.
Okay.
I feel it's only fair you judge it first.
Apart from the, little moment that I kind of shook my head at, but, still chuckle at the same time. I mean, I am a huge supporter of Lloyd Kaufman and everything he does. I mean, like I said, meeting the man himself, very humble, very appreciative of all of his fan base. And regardless of whether you want to call the movies from Troma schlock or crap or B films or independent, he's just a guy trying to make a living like anybody else. And you know what? He has fun doing it. And with Poultrygeist, he does the exact same thing. And regardless of any irreverent humor he has, I think this one is probably one of my favorite ones out of all of them. I mean, we did Terra Firma last year, and Terra Firma's good. It's just, but this one is great. However, I'm just gonna be fair. I'll give this one a solid A. I want to give it an A+, but
Fair enough.
I don't want to be too biased. That's all.
There's nothing
Sorry,
wrong.
Lloyd. I do.
Guys, if you've seen the channel, you can tell Wes is a good person because I've literally said it. I'm like, I don't care what it sounds like. I'm giving it an A+. I'm not giving this movie an A+, but you've heard me say that in the past. I'm just that guy on the channel. I'm going to give this movie a solid B+. Because like I said, for the most part, it's entertaining. It's a horror movie comedy that has musical numbers, so it's full circle. Mm-hmm. You go for a circle. But like I said, some of the stuff I have problems with, which I touched on. But for the most part, I mean, it's a good movie. At least watch it once, and I think you'll get behind like why Troma does have some hidden gems that you have to watch. Like I said, if you've seen any Troma movie, I think you'll be prepared for this one, because most Troma movies follow a certain pattern, so that's why when you watch them, it's just it's not too crazy the more and more you watch them.
Yeah, and just to be honest, this was her first Troma film, and God bless her for it.
Oh gosh, yes.
I don't know. No, but now I'm just thinking about that scene that I almost vomited in, where where they're all those. Oh, you're killing me. No, but remember when they had all those people that were killing each other and they were all those zombies?
Oh yeah.
That was so cool because they had all these extras and they were really creative ways they were all dying. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool, but excuse me, I have to puke again. And I'm getting sick because I'm a really nauseous person. But I'm not puking, which is really great. But oh, I have to again. But I thought it was really clever all these ways. Really ingenious.
I think she just gave you another reason to watch the movie, folks.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what I'd rate it because I have no idea what to compare it to.
That's fair.
I mean, on a A to F scale,
So, just put it this way. Do the stuff that you liked about the movie outweigh the stuff you didn't like about the movie? So, take a point, take off plus, minus, the normal grade, so go down. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
If there's more things I hate about the movie, it goes lower down. But like I said, it's up to you, and you know what? You don't have to be fair. You can be biased. That's the best part. We all have an opinion to give.
Oh, yeah.
We leave it to the fans who are watching right now to say, you are wrong, or you are right. Because that's why we have fans.
Yeah.
So you just give it what you feel.
I think B+.
B+. All right.
Yeah.
So overall, this movie got about an A, B+, somewhere in that area.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a bad flick, guys. Check it out. And as always, guys, we've said it many times before, and we will continue to say it. Make sure you push the red button, ring the bell so you know when we have new content out. And we just started day one of Shocktoberfest. You know we're going to have an episode every single day, and on certain days, depending on when we decide to put up our side content, maybe 2 to 3. So that bell will play very key into you staying updated on all our content.
Don't be chicken, ring that bell.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one, Val.
She Poultrygeist ya.
Yes, she did.
So anyway, guys, until day 2, I am your Big Bad Wolf Benny.
I'm Wildman West.
And I'm Valzilla. Be hungry for more.
got 1 episode down in the books, and now we got 30 more to go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of some ideas that we could talk about, you know. Maybe the next teaser trailer, all that good stuff, but...
Yeah, I mean, normally that's my thing, but I don't know, I've just been kind of...
Yeah, I know, buddy. I'm trying to... That's why I'm trying to help.
I'll be right back.
So.
I gotta go use the can, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna just finish up some ideas here. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Man, you know, I'm just trying to figure out some final ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah,
I don't know,
fine.
I don't know, just seem a little...
No, I
off to
just
me.
came from the kitchen. I was thinking of something to eat.
Didn't you just say you were going to the bathroom?
No, I went to the bathroom, then I went to the kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, but just tell me what's going on with this Oktoberfest. Like, okay.
I don't know, I was figuring we could do... What if we did like a crazy idea where it was just, you know,